Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen news. Star Citizen Alpha 3.24.2 is now in open PTU. There is a load of updates along with the state of the patch in this video as well, so we'll be talking all about that. It's the road to Alpha 4.0 and CitizenCon, and we're going to be talking about some of the bits that are going into that. We have various dev responses, from animal animations being talked about to healing NPC guards, and we've got a few other bits and bobs in the news for you as well. So Star Citizen Alpha 3.24.2 is now open PTU, which means pretty much everyone has access to it. As anyone that has a Star Citizen Gamer package can basically copy their account across to the PTU. This patch will almost certainly be live for or by CitizenCon, so end of next week is the idea. Probably on the Thursday they'll make it live, but we'll have to wait and see. I mean, nothing is certain until it happens. I am expecting like a free fly and stuff like that around CitizenCon as well. So in this latest patch, they tweaked some more bits of MFDs and HUDs to sort of make them look a bit better. They also did an Annunciator audio polish pass. They did also say that not in this patch, but in the next 3.24.2 build, they should have a fix for the fuel prices. So fuel prices for quantum fuel were getting multiplied incorrectly by the backend resource network systems. That was making fuel so expensive that you'd make losses when doing missions. Fortunately, Cloud Imperium have said it's a bug, because we know that they did a balance pass on fuel prices, and then these fuel prices were ridiculous. They also said in the next update they will have numerous updates to holographic MFD visuals and other holographic elements to improve legibility, because there are a problem with some of those MFDs where they look a bit weird, they look a bit blurry, unfocused, sort of multiple layers that haven't really focused together properly. So that should be fixed in the next build, which is good because it's kind of essential to be able to see what things are on your HUD to play the game. There are tons of bug fixes in this latest patch, including NPCs should be spawning properly around underground facilities. There's loads of performance improvements, and there's MFD fixes, loads of ship-specific tweaks and fixes. Issues with hangars and collisions have been solved, or at least some of them. Players should no longer fall out of ships when they're quantum traveling. There's fixes for some inventory issues, and elevators at low orbit stations should now be functional when their doors actually open. However, there are still a load of problems with this patch. It's not perfectly stable, although it's pretty good. The known issues listed at the moment are that there's no P8 AR ammo being sold in the persistent universe at the moment, even though there should be, because they added it in the last 3.24.2 patch. It's just weird that that's not working properly. I think there's some problems with their back-end stuff. Shop UIs are stretched and can't be interacted with sometimes. Ships spawn on floating hangar lights, which is really annoying, and there's a workaround to this. It's to spawn your ship via the ASOP terminal, not in your actual hangar, to go outside the hangar, go spawn it there. There's also some problems where you can't initiate quantum jumps sometimes, though that's rare. Shields are not negating or blocking damage from weapon fire sometimes. You can be unable to pull out components from their sockets. There's some problems with the hangar at Barjani Point and spawning and despawning. Players are unable to receive updates to their friends list. Retrieving a ship can result in "we are unable to deal with your request at that time" and "no ship." Planets and moons have no harvestables or minables on. The tutorial does not progress after leaving the HAB elevator. The Carrack, the bottom right MFD, has no display, and refueling hydrogen fuel takes players' credit without refueling. Fuel at the moment in game is a big ripoff. The Corsair co-pilot loses manual gimbal after using the remote turret, and even more Corsair nerfs, it seems. So that's not an awful known issue list though, because a lot of those problems are happening intermittently or rarely. But obviously there are some egregious ones, and CIG have a week to bug fix that, to put it into a good state, and I think they can. I think that 3.24.2 is going to be in a really good state. Now, I am suspecting that this patch is launched for or by CitizenCon. I'm also expecting a 3.24.3 patch for the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo, and then a 4.0 patch, hopefully by the end of the year. That's what the target is, I believe, for CIG. Gotta remember that 3.24.2 patch is actually based on 4.0's code base, and with that in mind, you can expect a new tech preview build coming later today, potentially. So tech preview is where they're testing the server meshing and potentially some other 4.0 features. And now, I'm not 100% sure branch that's going to be on the tech preview. I'm expecting it to move over to 3.24.2 if it hasn't already, just because it's on the 4.0 code base. But they're going to be testing out server meshing, sort of, they're trying to get 1,000 players on a single shard with 6 servers stitched together, and potentially even more, I suppose. But they've been optimizing this and getting it better and better and better over the last 5 or so tests. It is the last chance, CIG have said, for CitizenCon tickets. Obviously, CitizenCon is going to be next week. It's going to be on the 19th and 20th of October. And you can watch it from the comfort of your own home. It's free to do that. You can watch it on the Star Citizen Twitch or YouTube channel live, or just watch someone make a video of it or whatever. But if you are in the Manchester area, or you thought you had missed out on the tickets, there are a few left. I know a few people that are going to come out on the 18th for the Big Bar Citizen in their new Wakefield Street takeover, and then just, you know, go home and watch CitizenCon on the Saturday and Sunday. So I hope to see you at CitizenCon if you are going. Sid and I will be there. Now, some dev responses. Animal animations was a thread I saw on Spectrum. Animations for animals seem great when they are idle or not moving much, but when they're running or going into combat, they can get very clunky and jittery. What is the plan moving forward? Zach Priest responded to that question, which I sort of paraphrased there. Animal tech is being worked on to make them less jittery when arguing with the server. It's come along a decent way since the first 3.23 patch we put them in, but still some ways to go, which we're iterating on with each creature release. The main reason why we're being so careful with the size of the creatures we release, as we want them working by starting off small, sort of birds and dogs, before making something bigger, like the cow. Slow and steady build up of creature sizes. Tech is improving with each release though, which is good, especially if you look at FPS AI compared to where it was last year. So we know those space cows are supposed to be coming with 4.0, and there's a load of different variants, and you'll see a load of them on Microtech, from really buffalo-y, woolly ones, and then more kind of foresty ones, more like traditional cows. But we do know that Cloud Imperium are working on things like the Boreal Stalker, the Microtech Yeti, and the giant space whales of Crusader, the Star Whale. We've also got things like the Pyro Crabs, the Cthulhian terrifying crabs of, I believe, Pyro 2? There was another thread, let me heal NPCs. The original poster here wants the chance to be able to heal and revive guards that have accidentally got shot during defense missions, potentially mitigating criminal ratings. Kuaku responded here, you can heal them systemically. We don't have a mission or any AI responses to them being healed by you yet though. I think we can infer from that there will be ways of like having proper search and rescue missions and stuff like that in the future. But I'm certainly with the OP there and the sort of sentiment of, I don't like getting accidental criminal ratings, but maybe that will be dealt with in the future with reputation systems, where if you have a really high reputation with someone, they are very, very forgiving of your mistakes. Just like with friends in real life. There was another thread. What planning systems do your producers use to manage workflow? Wintermute from CIG responded here. Jira is pretty standard across the industry these days, depending on the requirements of a specific team. However, we'll use a range of tools, including Trello, Excel, etc. Personally, I'm a big fan of a whiteboard and some pens. Obviously not great if there's office tours going on soon, because they have to hide all these whiteboards. More important than the tools, however, are the methodologies. Most teams at CIG, and indeed every studio I can think of, practice either Scrum or Kanban to some degree, so it's worth looking into those if you're considering a career in the industry. Lastly, for news, buyback token schedules have come out. So buyback tokens are attributed to players every quarter, giving you the ability to repurchase a melted ship. So a ship that you've melted for store credit. If you've done that, you can buy it back with store credit is the idea. And you can buy your ships back at any time, I believe, with real money, but you get these quarterly buyback tokens as well. So the latest one has just been allocated. That was on the 7th of October. And then for 2025, you've got all of the buyback tokens going to be by the 7th of January, April, July, and October. Boom! That's it for your Star Citizen updates today. It is just over a week to CitizenCon. I'm super excited. Alpha 3.24.2 is really almost ready as well for live. Are you playing in that build? What are you thinking of that? With CitizenCon, what are you hoping to see? Are you going to be attending? Do you have any questions you'd like to ask? Whatever your thoughts or questions, please tell me in the comments below. And listen to this, gentlemen, about getting some NordVPN, because, What a good little VPN it is. A very long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, CIG had taken over the development of NordVPN. And at CitizenCon, the yearly Nord FanFest, they were releasing their first game, Squadron Nordy 2. It's amazing, and it would truly revolutionize the FPS industry. Then I woke up and realized that NordVPN is already great and released, and it doesn't need an FPS module, it's a VPN. And you should get it now, links below, discount. Helps channel, read bullet points. Every month we have a ship giveaway. For October, it's for a Drake Corsair with a game package and lifetime insurance. All you have to do to be in for a chance of winning that lovely Star Citizen access and ship that can be used for exploration, but it's also this cool little multi-role, multi-crew ship. You just need a comment on any of our videos made during October. That will go into the hat. It's not a hat, it's a spreadsheet. It goes into that, and then a random person is chosen. With the addition of Alpha 4.0 and Pyro, there's going to be tons more to see and explore. The Corsair is perfect for that. Good luck. Please consider supporting the channel as well. We've got the join button under our videos that will make you a channel member. That goes a long way in supporting the channel, as does becoming a Patreon. It's pretty much the same thing, but for different mediums. You can also like, comment, share, or sub, things like that. That all helps with the channel hugely. We are also gathering questions for CitizenCon, so chuck those in the comments below as well. If I find any appropriate devs, I will ask your question, or I will probably amalgamate lots of questions together and make them more concise. Thank you so much for your support and watching, and I hope you have a great October.